I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your man TP. Today, we are bringing you compilation number 177. On this compilation, we will be focusing on one judge that had a couple appearances here on the channel in the past, and that is a judge by the name of Judge Michael McNally out of the state of Michigan. And also, we are going to have some bonus footage for you guys. It's actually a case that we put in a previous compilation that came out of Judge Brantley Clark's courtroom with a guy named by the name of Jermel Comartie. It was an older case. It was from something we shared on the channel earlier in the channel's existence. And somebody in the comments kind of talked about the outcome of Mr. Comartie's case, because we never knew what was the ending of his case, because it was a very serious case that had made national headlines. And so I wanted to share the proceeding again for those of you that didn't see it, but also share the news footage on what the outcome was in his case. So we will be sharing Judge Michael McNally as the feature, but we will also share Judge Brantley Clark and Mr. Comartie's appearance, and also the news footage on what happened in this case. And there will be commentary left in from these previous proceedings. Also, there will be chapters added for your convenience. And listen, there's nothing else to be said, but let's go ahead and jump into 177.
James Lee Paige Jr., 26W841132.
Special appearance.
Oh boy, one of these guys, eh? Your name?
Sir, James Lee.
Your last name's Paige, isn't it?
I am of the Paige family, but my name is James Lee.
You're not gonna play with me this morning.
No, sir, I'm not listed.
Is your last name Paige?
Sir, I'm not the lead distinction. I'm a
I don't want to hear this nonsense.
living man.
Listen, you want to play games?
I do not.
Find some other court and some other judge I'm not going to play with. Okay.
Dude,
If you're not James Lee Page, then you shouldn't stand up here, and I'm just going to issue a warrant for James Lee Page.
well, that's
Hang on.
I'm not trying to.
Either you are or you aren't James Lee Page. If you aren't, back away from the podium. If you are, tell me that. I'm not going to play with you. Are you James Lee Page?
I'm a living man.
Back away from the podium.
Sir,
I'll issue a warrant for you.
sir,
Then back up.
may I please ask?
No, you can't ask a question. You're not James Lee Page. You have no business being here. Back away from the podium.
Sir,
You want to end up in the lockup?
I do not. Please.
Back up away from the podium. You're not the defendant.
Can we hold court, please?
Back up.
Can you give me-
John, stay away. John, stay. John.
Can I please?
No, you're not James Lee Page. Back away from the
Okay,
podium.
sir, I am.
Well, then don't play with me. Then don't lie to
I'm
me.
not trying to lie to you, sir, but you understand that they're trying to act like I'm gonna be.
I'm like,
Corporation or something.
"Ugh."
Sir, that's what it is, no.
I'm not playing games. You want to play games? I'll go buy you a Monopoly game at the dollar value store. You can take it home and play games.
That's not games.
Well, then don't tell me you're not James Lee Page if you're James Lee Page.
That's because I'm too big on.
I don't want to hear your nonsense. I'm not putting up with it today. I've had enough of you people coming in here. I'm talking about these sovereign citizen characters that want to think they run the courthouse. You're not running this courtroom.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Well, okay.
But,
Listen, there's nothing for you to say. You're charged with operating with the presence of drugs. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, I will give you a lawyer right now. If you don't want a lawyer, then I'm going to arraign you. I'm going to let you go talk to the prosecutor and see if you can resolve it. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
at any time I could hire an attorney, right?
Sure.
Or I don't have to waive any rights for that.
I'm just telling you, you have the right to a lawyer by law through the MIDC.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
So I could give you a lawyer right now that will talk to you and represent you at this arraignment and pretrial. If you want me to. If you want to waive your right to a lawyer and say, Judge, I don't want a lawyer, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you. I'm going to explain the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
Yes, sir.
If you decide you want to hire a lawyer, then you just tell me that and I'll let you go hire it. Okay?
Well, if I tell you I want to hire a lawyer, and what if I end up not hiring a lawyer? Am I in trouble or something?
I don't know what you mean. I can arraign you today, explain the charge and the possible penalties. If you choose to go hire your lawyer, I'm going to set a new date and let you go hire your own lawyer.
Okay. Well, I was never served a summons.
I didn't ask you that.
I understand that.
I didn't ask you that.
You're trying to hold a free trial without a summons?
I'm the judge. I'm not a witness. You want to ask me questions, you're not asking me questions. You're going to only ask me questions about things that you don't understand. You're not going to ask me questions. I'm not a witness.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just asking you, it's a yes or no. It's very simple. Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer right now to represent you at the arraignment and the pretrial? Yes or no?
And when would the arraignment be?
Right now, as soon as you talk to the lawyer and the lawyer goes and talks to the prosecutor for you.
How can I properly defend myself if I've never been served for summons?
I'm not going to debate. They don't pay me enough to debate things with you. I'm not going to debate with you. You either tell me, Judge, I want a lawyer.
Can we adjourn this statement so I can do the summons properly service?
Sure,
Yes, sir.
sure. If you think you weren't properly served, you can file an appropriate motion. I'm going to arraign you today. I will give you a lawyer to help you through the arraignment today. And then I'm going to set a bond. And then you can decide to hire your own lawyer if you choose to, represent yourself if you choose to. And we're going to proceed with the case.
So the special appearance did nothing for you? I mean,
I know these, listen, I get these things around line. You guys like to have fun. I get it.
Sir, I'm just trying to.
You want to have fun. You want to have fun. This is not a place to have fun.
It's not fun for you.
All right. You want a lawyer, yes or no?
If you're forcing an arraignment on today, sir.
I'm forcing an arraignment on you.
And if there is an arraignment,
It's just where I explain the charge and the possible penalties and your rights. Or you can go get a lawyer. I'll give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer. You can talk about all this, that you weren't served with a summons and the government is corrupt and the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And that's fine. You can raise all those all those defenses, and I will listen to you.
so you will give me an attorney to talk to right now?
Absolutely. Free of charge.
Did you say free of charge?
Free of charge. You're entitled to one. The state adopted these rules. It's not my rule, but they did that about 6, 7, 8 years ago now.
And an arraignment, you want a plea or you want just to understand the charges?
You go talk to a lawyer.
I can walk out here right now and go talk to the lawyer?
Yeah, we're going to give you one. I'll give you a lawyer. John, who will be his lawyer?
Probably.
Is Mr. Crawford here?
Yes, sir.
Who else do we have here today? Who? Who's Tony Kervin and Court Security? What about Christopher Shep?
Right, attorney.
All right. So yes, we will set you up with a lawyer. You go right out in the hallway and he's going to give you a
Well,
lawyer.
sir, I'm not fully sure if I want one. It's just an arraignment. You just want them to the charges and I just want fully.
Arraignment is where I explain the charge,
Okay.
possible penalties, and your rights. Period. You can have a lawyer to do that with and come in here with a lawyer and have the lawyer go negotiate this case to the extent that he wants to or you want to. Or you can waive your right to a lawyer and I will arraign you.
I believe I can just handle the arraignment, just telling me my rights, correct?
You can say it again. I'm explaining you the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
I can handle this.
You know the form he wanted you to sign that you declined to sign because for whatever reason you signed it, his decided you wanted to be a little bit more belligerent?
No, not that, sir.
Well, you didn't want to sign the advice of rights form. You can read, right?
I mean,
You can read, right?
I can read.
Then why didn't you want to sign the advice of rights that
I
he
just
handed
didn't
you?
see why would I have to sign to say, hey, I want my rights, so I wouldn't. Well, why would I ever have to sign to keep your rights? Sir?
You just want to engage in this banter. It's kind of funny.
Sir.
It's kind of funny, really. I've seen enough of this and
Please don't.
I don't-
need to let everybody else do that.
it's always a good sign when somebody doesn't want to sign the advice of rights that they're going to come up here and argue with. I'm just a little conduit. I didn't have anything to do with the ticket.
No, sir.
I don't have anything to do with writing the law.
Not,
Right. Let's make this easy. You're going to answer, yes, I want a lawyer, or no, I don't want a lawyer. And if you tell me, no, I don't, then I'm going to go through your rights. And I'm still going to read all your rights to you because you were too belligerent to handle and sign the advice of rights that he asked you to sign. So do you want a lawyer, yes or no?
At the end of the day, no, sir.
Okay, do you want me to arraign you then without a lawyer?
I would like to prove jurisdiction first, so we can proceed.
You're going to have to file a motion on that. You don't want a lawyer, right?
Sir, I put in a notice to for a special affairs to come here to challenge jurisdiction only. I'd like the prosecutor to represent
They don't need
jurisdiction.
they get jurisdiction. The court has
Can
jurisdiction.
you place that evidence, sir?
The court has jurisdiction.
Can you place that evidence, sir, and explain how I'm bound to that? Any unrevealed contracts?
Unrevealed contracts. What a great country. Huh? Unrevealed contracts. I love this stuff. I love this.
I'm just
You
trying.
want me to arraign you or you want a lawyer?
I would like you to prove jurisdiction.
I don't need to prove anything. I'm not a party to the action. I'm the judge. I'm the independent arbiter.
Yet, sir.
It is alleged, sir, that you did operate a motor vehicle while you were under the influence of drugs. They think that you had operated that vehicle on November 28 of 25 at 12:56 in the morning on Allen near Van Horn and Woodhaven, operating with the presence of drugs. It says you had in your system THC. This is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to $500 in fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs, or all those. 6 points would be added to your traffic record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your record. Your vehicle could be, or I might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
I understand you mean staying under jurisdiction? No.
I said, you understand what I just said?
Competent to what you.
You understand what I said, right?
I'm competent to what you said.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Competent. What do you mean?
You have another word for understanding? Sir, I'm just gonna navigate and keep my rights in your courtroom, sir.
It's not my court. I don't see anywhere in here where they deeded me the property. I've never referred to this. Not one time is my court. It's not my court. Well, that just means I'm a little occupant. I'm a tenant here. They gave me the privilege of sitting here for the last 32 years. You see that guy? That was my father, and he was here for 18, the first and best judge of the court ever. The guy in the back there was my grandfather, who was a heck of a lawyer and the Wayne County prosecutor and a justice of the peace. Now, I'm not playing with you. Do you understand what I said?
I'm competent to what you said, sir.
Good. All right, now you have the right to remain silent. That's a big right. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you choose to say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand?
Competent.
You understand you have the right to be represented by a lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will be more than happy to provide you with one at public expense. If you ever choose to submit the question with law enforcement officials, and you don't have to do that, you have the right to be represented by your lawyer. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you have the right to a trial in this case? You have the constitutional right to a jury trial. At that trial, 6 people would be impaneled. All 6 would have to agree that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. At a trial, you have the right to remain silent. And that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand?
Sir.
And do you understand that at a trial, you could bring in your own witnesses? You could use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. You could testify or remain silent. If you just testify, that's your choice. You can cross-examine prosecution witnesses. You can use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. And if you plead guilty at any time, we're not going to have a trial, and we're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I will go ahead and I will enter a not
Sir, can I
guilty.
ask another question? I did present a motion.
I'm gonna, hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and enter a not guilty plea for you.
Well, that would be passing off in the bill, sir.
Okay, would it? You want me to enter a guilty plea for you? I'll ask you how you plead. Do you plead not guilty or guilty?
Well, sir, I'm just not to plead without proof.
The court is entering a not guilty plea.
I object to it.
You want to plead guilty?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, well, you can't have it both ways. It's either not guilty, mute, or guilty. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about here. You're having your fun. I get it. I'll enter a not guilty plea, and I will look. It depends what it is.
I did turn in a motion for dismissal for like.
There's no, you're gonna file, you can file your motion to dismiss, okay? You're gonna have to file a written motion,
I filed.
serve it on the prosecutor, and then we'll set a hearing date.
And then how do I get my summons?
You don't need a summons. They gave you a citation.
To know what information is being,
Oh, you want discovery? You want the police materials? That's different than a summons. If you want discovery, I'll be glad to give you discovery. Since you want to represent yourself, apparently, you can prepare your own discovery order. $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. And I'm going to give you a new court date. Again, I'm going to invite you to go hire your own lawyer. If you want a court-appointed lawyer, you can fill out a petition for one. But your bond conditions are no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no marijuana either, or illegal controlled substance. Also, again, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law, you must appear in court as directed. Heather, give me a date, please.
March 18th at 9:30.
I'm sorry, what, the 18th at 9:30?
Correct, Judge.
If it's the same question, I'm not going to answer it. If you
No,
have a
sir.
different or new question, I'll be glad to answer it.
well, I'm a medical marijuana card patient holder. And I use marijuana for medical purposes.
Well, you're going to have to provide proof of that.
I can,
Um,
and I can do that now.
let me put it to you this way. As of right now, while I honor the medical marijuana law, even though I might disagree with it, I'm going to tell you no medical marijuana. And the reason is that the allegation here is that you were under the, I want to be clear about this. If this involved alcohol, my standard order says no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. I would never stop somebody from using medical marijuana if they have a valid medical marijuana card. The problem here is, and a court on appeal can hear me nice and loudly, the allegation here is that it was marijuana and that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was significant, was impeded. In other words, you operated with the presence of drugs in your system, which is illegal. So therefore, even if you have a valid medical marijuana card at this point, I'm denying you the ability to use medical marijuana. And it's solely on that basis. Again, if this involved alcohol or some other type of drug, at least the allegation on the ticket is that you're under the influence based upon marijuana use. So I'm not allowing you to use medical marijuana right now. We will set this for a pretrial. You could file any motions. You can hire a lawyer. You can demand, you can ask for a court appointed, in which case I will do that. So you're going to go down the hall, get your court.
What was the date again?
March the 18th, and we'll give you,
Can I get a little further to try to develop even to hire an attorney?
well, I don't know. You haven't really told me you were going to hire an attorney. You said that at one point.
2 weeks away, I had to say summons, discovery, I haven't seen nothing.
It's a pretrial. It's not a trial.
Okay.
I'll set it for a pretrial.
And pre-trial, can you please explain to me?
Pretrial is when you or your lawyer can meet with the prosecutor. If you want to go talk to the prosecutor right now about signing a discovery order, I'll be happy to sign it. And you can get the paper discovery from the prosecutor now.
Talk about the prosecutor about anything?
You can, if you choose to. If you're going to waive your right to a lawyer, you can always talk to the prosecutor. You can go in and see if you can resolve the case right now. You can go in and tell them about your motion if you waive your right to a lawyer and say, hey, you didn't serve me with a summons.
But as of right now, I cannot do that?
No,
Okay. I'm just trying to, I don't know.
if you don't want a lawyer and you want to go talk to him and represent yourself, I can't stop you from doing that. Feel free. Maybe you can go in and tell him these things you just told me. And maybe he's going to just say, you know what? I'm afraid of you. I'm going to dismiss the case. He might say that. I don't know. You can do that. So if you want to go talk to him about a discovery order or your motion to dismiss for want of jurisdiction or anything else, feel free. As of now, though, my discussion with you is concluding, period. Go out, get your court date and figure out how you're going to proceed. Thank you.
Can I get a further court date?
No, no, that's 2 weeks. Let's move. Come on.
I gotta hire an attorney in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Prepare,
Get out of here. Back away from the podium.
what's
You've had your fun for one day. We'll have more fun going forward. Jennifer Nicole Watson. Candace Leslie Langmeyer, 25B82433A, B, and 82434. Might as well call up your co-defendant too here. James Robert Adams, 25B82370A, B, and C. Your name, ma'am?
Candace Leslie Langmeyer.
All right, so you're charged with running the dog running at large. You're also charged with 2 counts of that and no dog license. Your name, sir?
Special Appearance James Robert Adams.
All right, how you doing, Mr. Adams?
All right, sir.
All right, you're charged with dog at large, and no dog license as well.
Mhm.
We have, let me see here.
I think you
You
sent
have
this up.
another charge. You have also 25B82371. So you have 70A, B, and C, and you have 82371. And ma'am, you just have 3 charges here. So each of you have the right, let's see,
I reserve all my rights, sir.
each of you have the right to, what's that?
I reserve all my rights. I don't want a jury trial.
You don't want a jury trial?
I do want a jury trial. I reserve my rights. I want a jury trial.
All right, let's slow down. You have the right to a lawyer for arraignment here today. Do you want a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you want a lawyer?
No, sir.
On November 24 of 24. He's alleged.
If it was something I could handle this matter today with whomever, I would be willing to do that.
I'm not gonna, I don't have anything to do with it. I'm just gonna arraign
Yeah.
you and send you to the prosecutor.
Absolutely.
So you have a dog roaming at large on Langdon, it says, versus near Eric. Both of you do. This
Yeah,
is
here
the
you go.
same charge. It's November 24 of 24 at 12:19 a.m. So each of you have 2 charges of dog at large, 1 charge of no dog license. That's a civil infraction. The dog at large charges are punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all of those. And the civil infractions are punishable by payment of fines and costs only. You also have, Mr. Adams, another charge for some reason. Let me see here.
I don't even know what that's for. I don't think I have that one, to be honest with you.
You have another charge of, you have 2 dog license required charges. So it looks like they just issued, I'm sorry, ma'am. So do you. You have 82434. So both of you have 2 dog at large charges, 2 dog license, no dog license charges. Those are civil infractions. Both of you have 2 of those each.
So, Your Honor, may I speak for a second?
Depends what you're gonna say.
So this is, you've seen her, it's been over a year, I think.
Actually, if I can speak.
Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
so as of June 22nd, 2023, when I came for a violation of probation.
In front of me?
In front of you, yes, sir.
Multiple times. I
Yes.
remember it well.
Right, so that day when I was here in court, we had come to an agreement with the prosecutor, with our lawyer present, that from that day forward, he has full responsibility. It was known to let animal control was here as well. So as of that day, he took on full responsibility for the dogs. I was no longer to be contacted, just so I didn't
All
have
right,
to be.
you can talk to the prosecutor about that. I know
Okay.
nothing about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
But those are the possible penalties, so I want to make
Sure.
sure you understand it. Do you understand it, Mr. Adams?
Absolutely.
Do you, Ms. Langmeyer?
yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand and advice of rights form, Ms. Langmeyer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Adams?
Yes, sir.
So I just want you to know, if you plead guilty at any time, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that, Ms. Langmeyer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Adams?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer, Mr. Adams?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Langmeyer?
Yes, sir.
Give me 1 second here. I just got to get this. All right. Okay. So you guys can go and talk to the prosecutor.
Okay.
I don't remember what kind of dogs they are.
Well, I have a new one, so I used to have an old one, he passed away.
I'm gonna give you a personal bond of 500, but I'm gonna add the conditions when you come back here. Okay? So I'll enter not guilty pleas for both of you. You can go and talk to the prosecutor. The dogs, actually, whatever dogs, how many do you own now?
I have two.
What kind?
One is a coonhound, a Walker coonhound, and the other one is a mastiff.
So they either have to
Mix.
be in your house, in a fenced-in yard, or on a leash, equipped with a muzzle, accompanied by you. That's a condition of your bond. Do you understand that?
I do. I have one question.
Hang on 1 second. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your question?
My question is, so the last time we were here, I actually had a fence, like it was an invisible fence. It's not very good. They fail. So what I did buy is I have a GPS collar here. That's what, I have GPS collars that are electronic fences.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
So,
We're gonna talk about all this when you come back in after you talk to the prosecutor. Maybe you can mention to her what you did, all
Yeah.
right?
okay,
And I'll call all these cases when you talk to her,
Okay.
and we'll go from there, all right?
okay.
But we'll talk about the bond conditions. But as of right now, what I just said are the bond conditions. If you got some reason to ask me to do something different, I'll be glad to listen, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. All right. Did you meet with Ms. Langmeyer and Mr. Adams?
I did, Your Honor.
What are we doing on that?
We're scheduling it for jury trial. I would also like to address bond when appropriate.
James Robert Adams, 25B 82370A B C. Hang on 1 second. Seems like I'm missing a ticket, maybe now. A, B, and C, and then Langmeyer, Candace Langmeyer. 25B 82433A B C. And there's also 834 behind this as well. So we have, just for the record, I don't know if you saw it, Ms. Foley Carter. We got 2 counts of dog roaming at large, 2 counts of no dog licenses to each defendant.
Correct, Your Honor.
I had told your name, sir,
James Robert Adams.
ma'am, your name.
Candace Leslie Langmeyer.
I had told them before that I wanted the dog to remain in the house in a fenced-in yard or on a leash, accompanied with a muzzle. He talked about some other thing he had.
It's a fence. It's a GPS fence. That's kind of like the new state of the art.
What do you want to say, Ms. Carter?
Yeah, well, first off, whatever collars he has, if they are fixed with these collars, they're not working. The dogs are in the road, bothering joggers, bothering other people that are walking their dog, defecating on neighbors' property. They are houses down yonder This has been going on for years now.
I know it has. Ms. Langmeyer was in front of me on a multitude of cases, so much where I actually threatened jail on this because you can't keep letting dogs run around the neighborhood, folks.
If they were out of the yard, we were there with them and they get back in the yard.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just, they don't like run loose. We're there. Now we're there. Now, before my boys would let them out, I don't even let them let them out. I am there. So if and that's why I want to see the video. I need to see what there's.
Well, here's what I'm doing.
Larry across the street has been creating issues, not just with me, with every other neighbor. And he's also surveillancing my property.
Hang on a second.
Which is against the law.
Hang on. I just can't believe it's coming to this again. I saw these up today.
I spent thousands of dollars.
Hang on. I just can't believe we are still going on and on about these dogs.
They haven't hurt anybody.
Maybe they haven't. They can't run the neighborhood.
They're not. I'm telling you, if it's one or two times.
Look, I don't know that they were not on this.
I need to see the evidence.
Yeah,
Your Honor. I really do. I need to see it because as far as I know, they haven't been.
All I know is this. I had multiple cases. I don't know if this is this your wife or girlfriend or what. I don't care. But with Ms. Langmeyer, I had multiple cases with her.
Yeah.
Multiple cases with her. So much so that I actually was threatening to send her to jail on dog at large, which I've never done and never threatened anybody about jail. And actually was serious about sending her to jail because I had multiple cases and complaints from neighbors, it sounded like. So now here I am 2 years later back dealing with dog at large cases again. I'm just telling you, I'm going to give you your trial, but just remember, there's no defense to this except the dog it can't be running around the neighborhood. That's dog at large.
I don't know that it has been.
I'm not saying they were.
That's why
I'm just telling you guys, I'm sticking with the bond conditions I just gave you. Dogs to remain in defendant's home, fenced-in yard, or on a leash, accompanied by the owner and equipped with a muzzle. That's it. That's the order of the court. And you're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses at all. Now, I'm going to give you your jury trial. We'll set it up now if you want. But those dogs, look, I don't know what kind. You told me what they were. Didn't sound overly well. The Mastiff isn't exactly a little dog. Those dogs are huge.
He's a mutt. He's not that big. He's about the same size as our coonhound.
I don't care,
He's 2 years
folks.
old.
There are laws and you got to comply with them. And I just think it's silly that we've gotten to this point.
It is.
Just please listen. Yeah, but this has been going on for years. Maybe not in the last two. I don't know. I heard you had a case with Judge Heston, didn't you, Ms. Langmeyer, a year or so ago? On one of these?
No.
Are you sure?
I think,
It did, Your Honor.
No,
It was ultimately dismissed and issued against Mr. Adams.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm
that's
just
what it
saying,
I
haven't had you in front of me in at least 2 years, probably, Ms. Langmeyer.
Yeah,
but-
so it was in front of Judge Heston then in June of 23. Yeah.
So I'm just telling you that you can't.
If my dogs have done any damages or do anything wrong to anybody,
They don't have the right to run through the neighborhood.
as far as I know, they haven't.
Okay.
That's what I need to know.
They have to prove that. They have to prove it.
I need to know that. I mean, I can't. Larry, the guy across the street's half nuts. He's 80 years old. He's surveillancing my property, surveillancing my next door neighbor's
Taking
property.
pictures of the kids.
And then he's actually some of those issues, those tickets. I went.
How old are you, Mr. Adams?
How am I? 51.
Then you're old enough to know that life is awful short and this is silly stuff. That we're
It's
talking about.
It's insanity.
It is. And I tell you what, if my dogs do any damages to anyone, I'll make them whole again.
It's not the point.
You know what I mean?
You can't have dogs running through the
They're
neighborhood.
not.
They
So
don't run
they're not.
through
That's what I'm saying is that I don't know that they have. I don't know of any sense.
Okay, so she's gonna have to prove her case. I'm gonna give you guys those bond conditions. I expect you to comply with them. I'm gonna give you a pretrial date. You're gonna come back. If you choose to resolve it then, great. If you don't, that's fine. We'll set it for a jury trial, okay?
Yes.
I don't have any problem with that, but just remember, just for whatever it's worth, awful tough for a lawyer to win or a non-lawyer to win a jury trial. I know everybody thinks this business is easy.
It's not.
It's
No,
not.
amazing.
And I'm just telling you, you have every right to represent yourself. I'm not going to deny you that right. You can sit there and play Perry Mason all you want. I'm just telling you, it's awful hard for a non-lawyer to be, you don't know what you're doing, even though you think you do. What day we giving, Lisa? Write it down. February 12th at what time?
10.
And then we'll set it for a jury if it's not resolved. Think about what I'm saying, Mr. Adams.
Yeah.
All I want is the dogs to remain in your yard or in your house or on a leash, accompanied by you or your wife or girlfriend and or other suitable owner and equipped with a muzzle. That's what I want. That's what's going to happen now. What else do you have to say, Ms. Foley
I
Carter?
just want to clarify 2 points about their bond. I know that it said that the dogs need to remain in a fenced-in yard. I know they seem to believe that the invisible fence is sufficient, but it is not.
We have.
I would
we
ask
have
that the dogs
payload
remain on a
collars.
tether or leash at all times.
They have.
Additionally, for prosecution witnesses, specifically Larry Krasinski, I don't want them to have any contact with him or go back to his home. They did post something on his property after the animal control officer.
Hang on a second. Let's take one thing at a time. You just got done telling me, Mr. Adams, I thought, please correct me, did you not say that that doesn't always work? The fence, the invisible fence?
We got,
No, it's the wireless ones that you put in the ground.
that's why we got them these halo.
That's why I got them the
collars,
halo ones.
GPS collars.
So the one.
Well, it must
the
not
wire
be
breaks.
working, or at least if you
So-
had it, listen to me.
I couldn't.
If you had it November 24th, the dog would have got out of the yard, right? If it was working. If they think that the dog was out of the yard on November 24th.
I want to see it. Maybe my kids let them out and they didn't put the collars on them.
Right.
They don't wear them 24
Only your
hours.
kids. I've heard this story about your kids.
13 and
before.
16 now.
Well, they
13 to
need to
16
be trained.
Yeah.
I want, no, that dog has to either be in a cyclone fenced yard, in your house, or on a leash equipped with a muzzle and accompanied by you or another suitable adult.
Correct.
That's it.
Okay.
I'll see you guys here on the 9th. What are we doing? The 12th at what time, Lisa?
10.
12th at 10. Will you write that on those files, please, Lisa? I gotta,
Judge,
February 12th?
February 12th. And if we don't resolve it then, we'll set it for a jury trial.
Okay.
But you guys, I would encourage you to try to get together. Wait a minute. What else did you mention? You don't want them to have any contact with who?
Larry Krasinski.
Krasinski?
Yes.
How do you spell their last name?
It is Koryycin.
Koryycan.
CIN. SKI. And that's returned to his home.
Your Honor, can you read this?
Wait a minute. What's Larry Krasinski have?
He's
Was he-
surveillancing my property.
Wait a minute.
He is the.
Wait a minute. Slow down. Was he the one that made the complaint about the dog being at large?
He is, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's fair. No contact with Larry Krasinski then. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
You don't want to have
We'll just
contact
bring
with
this.
him anyway.
No.
Yeah, but I did write him a letter. That was what I was supposed to do.
You already sent it.
Yes.
Well, I walked it over there,
Well,
knocked
we
on
did
his door to hand it to
To
him.
hand
He
it
was
to him.
home.
That's what we did.
What day was that? I have it written down. 12/30/2024.
12:30. And then,
Well, that isn't a bond violation. You've already done that.
Correct.
I didn't
Yes.
have that bond in effect then.
Correct.
Now I do. So now you can't deliver any more letters or call them or write them or
Yeah.
see them or text them.
That's all we had to do.
that was what we were supposed to by law.
Come on, guys. Let's get this in order, please.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you here in a couple of weeks. Have a great day.
Yes,
Go
sir.
down the hall, get your notice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Saleen represents him in one of those.
Colleen?
Um,
Honor, can I speak for the record too? Williams, finish now. I'll let you-
Yes, sir. So I would like to put a few things on the record, Your Honor. My client had an offer from the state last week, and he did not wish to take advantage of that offer. My investigator and I went out to the jail, talked to him, went over things, explained everything to him. I gave him my advice, which was that I thought it was in his best interest to accept the offer. He refused that, and that offer was for 20 years with a mandatory minimum. He still has an offer today for 25 years mandatory minimum. And I've discussed it with him briefly over here in the box, and he's told me that he doesn't wish to do that, but considering the
Hey, Your
fact.
Honor, this man ain't even helped me in my
Comartie.
defense, none of that.
Mr. McCarty, I told you I'd give you an opportunity to speak.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Finish.
What I was going to say, Your Honor, is considering, I've explained to him that his exposure is in the 3365. The attempted murder case is a life sentence, in that he's further exposed in the 2756 case on the tampering to an additional 30 years, since it was a tampering with the underlying case being a first degree. So I've explained to him his exposure. I've given him my advice. I've told him what I think is best for him. And he, as is his right, he's choosing not to do that. But I did want that on the record so that there was no confusion later on about whether or not I had informed him of the offers and how I advised him and that sort of thing. So,
Your Honor, my intention is to revoke those offers today, and I plan on moving forward next week. One thing that Mr. Williams mentioned, yesterday I filed the HBFO notice, which actually extends his exposure in the tampering case from 30 years to possible life in that case as well. Okay. So the maximum that Mr. Comartie faces is 2 life sentences consecutive.
Okay. I really wasn't aware of that. You hear what he said?
Yes, sir. But
so let me ask you this. Before the judge is going to give you a chance to talk.
Okay.
But in light of the fact that Mr. Sullivan has made this new filing, and now you have your maximum exposure is 2 life sentences, do you wish to reconsider your choices with regard to accepting the offer?
I don't understand. I don't understand. And being him, being that he's representing me, we haven't even worked the defense in this case at all, period.
Okay.
And plus,
let's take one thing. Do you understand that you've been off for 25 years in prison?
I don't understand, sir. Yeah.
Then yes, you do understand you have a plea offer for 25 years in prison.
I don't understand because I'm innocent. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what.
Listen, you've entered a not guilty plea, so there's a presumption that you're innocent, or a presumption you're not guilty. So that, regardless of your claims or the fact that right now we presume you not guilty, you understand the state has offered to let you plead no contest to charges, and it'd be a 25-year sentence. And I believe, what is it? Is it a minimum mandatory 25?
It would be a minimum
mandatory minus the time you served in jail. No, I just need to. You understand that's the plea offer from the state?
Hell no. I don't understand none of this. What he thought, and it's a conspiracy between these two. Right here.
Listen, Mr. Comartie, what do you?
Man, I don't understand, sir.
I don't believe you, Mr. Comartie, because you act like you do understand it. What are you asking for right now? What are you asking for?
I'm asking for him to be removed off my case.
Raise your right hand to be sworn.
I do.
Wait till the oath is done, sir. Do it again, madam.
Yes, sir.
Raise your hand again.
Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Comartie, state your name.
Jermel Comartie.
What are you asking for today, Mr. Comartie?
This name of this contract does not refer nor identify the male standing in this corporation. I, Jermel Comartie, being forced to go against my will and my best interest. My right of due process have been impeded upon. Also, my 4th and 5th Amendment right have been violated. I invoke my rights of the Constitution to protect me and my best interest. I invoke my 5th Amendment.
Okay. All right, then you vote the 5th Amendment right, so you're not asking to testify. What are you asking me to do?
First of all, I have the right to face my accuser.
Listen. What are you asking me to do today, Mr. Comartie?
You're saying I don't understand.
Mr. Comartie, what are you asking me today? I'm gonna give you one.
No, I don't need him on my case.
Okay, listen, what are you asking me to do?
Or this one right here. Both them two right there. I got some that's conspiracy on what they trying to do.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Continue my trial.
No, sir. Motion denied. What are you asking me to do? What are you asking me to do, Mr. Comartie?
A fair trial.
All
All right, right now, you're gonna get a fair trial. Is there anything you're asking me to do right now?
I'm saying I don't need them on my case.
What are you asking me to remove them?
Yes, sir.
And then you gonna represent yourself, or are you gonna hire another attorney?
I'd rather represent myself to get an attorney.
You already sworn in, so state your name again.
Jermel Comartie, sir.
Mr. Comartie, you're asking to represent yourself next week, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand that you're looking at life in prison if convicted of two life sentences.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand you've been offered a 25-year plea deal?
Yes, sir.
And when you said before you didn't understand that, you were not being truthful with the court, is that correct?
I mean, I'm saying yes, sir, to say yes, sir. I'm guessing you're agreeing with me. I don't know.
No, I'm asking you a question. So you don't understand that, is that correct?
Understand what?
That you have been offered 25 years in prison if you pled no contest and that would settle your cases. Do you understand that?
I don't know how to answer that.
You're going to have to answer my questions if you want to represent yourself, sir. If not, I'm not going to find you competent to represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you've been offered 25 years in prison? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you said before you didn't understand that you were not being truthful with the court, is that
It's
correct?
a lot that's going on that I don't understand.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir.
You were not being truthful with the court, is that correct?
I'm not gonna say I'm being truthful.
When you
I don't understand.
You don't understand.
You got to talk to me in a level where I got to
Yes, sir.
understand.
I'm talking to you at the same level.
But some of it I don't understand because it's.
So you don't understand what's going on?
Half of it I don't.
Okay. How far did you get in school?
9th grade.
And you read and write?
Barely. I could barely spell.
Okay. And you understand if you represented yourself, you'd have to do everything a lawyer
I'm gonna
did.
do what I can that I've been trying to do.
Do you understand you'd have to do
I
everything?
do better than him.
Listen to me. If you want to represent yourself, you got to answer these questions. If not, I can't allow you to represent yourself. So
I ain't trying to make a fool of myself, but Yana, I don't need them two on my case.
okay. You can barely read and write. Is that correct?
I learned.
You're gonna pick a jury Monday morning. I'm not continuing the case. And you're gonna try the case next week if you represent yourself.
Okay.
And you read and write.
I'm gonna learn.
You don't have time to learn. So you can barely read and write. Is that correct? You don't understand about the plea offer. You understand that lawyers are trained in the rules of evidence, criminal procedure, and the law. They're there to assist you in preparing for trial and trying the case. Do you understand that? Okay, well, I'm gonna find that you're not competent to represent yourself. Mr. Salim will stay on his case. Mr. Williams will stay on that case, and we'll see you Monday morning and pick a jury.
All right.
Well, guys, we've come to the end of this proceeding. Not a whole lot to comment on, but I will say Mr. Comartie, first and foremost, definitely has his sovereign citizen head on and may not have his thinking cap on. And the reason why I say that is because of the 2 life sentences he's facing. You know, I can't say that somebody should definitely take the 25 years that he was offered, but I think it's definitely something to think about. And it's definitely not a good idea to, pretend that you don't understand at least what the offer is. But nonetheless, this is a serious case. We see Judge Clark, he got fed up with the back and forth. It's like, listen, if you feel like you're not guilty, we're going to go ahead to trial. If you don't feel like you want to take the plea, that's your prerogative. If you think you can prove your innocence, that's fine. But you see, he don't want his lawyer. He feels like his lawyer and the prosecutor, is conspiring against him. So I don't know. This is a tough one. It's a very serious case. This young man's life is at stake, and hopefully he makes the right choice. And I'm not saying that that's definitely by taking the 25 years, because I don't know the facts of his case or what he did or didn't do, but it's definitely something to think about. But what I think he shouldn't be doing is acting like he don't really understand what's going on. He talks about, he doesn't know how to read or write or barely or whatever have you. But some of the sovereign citizen stuff that he spewed goes to show he had to read that somewhere. And he's articulating himself pretty well when he wants to anyway. So with that being said, if we get any follow-ups on Mr. Comartie, we definitely will share it here on the channel. Thank you guys as always. I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied today, for joining me. I appreciate you guys. This is Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It is much appreciated. With that being said, this is Sovereign Citizens Court. And for now, Sovereign Citizens Court is adjourned. God bless you guys, and thank you.
A Bay County judge has sentenced a Panama City man to life in prison for nearly killing someone in 2019.
It took jurors just 20 minutes to convict Jermel Comartie of first-degree attempted murder and tampering with a victim. As News 13's Jack Holt tells us, the defense did not put up much of a fight.
Verdict: we, the jury, find as to the defendant, Jermel Comartie, as follows. Count 1. The defendant is guilty as charged of attempted first-degree premeditated murder.
Jermel Comartie will spend the rest of his life in prison for shooting Angel Santos on July 2019. Comartie shot Santos at least 8 times during a drug-related incident in Callaway. Amazingly, Santos survived.
He just said, I want to live for my son. I don't want to die. I don't want to die, you know.
Did he keep repeating that over and over again?
Pretty much, yeah. That's all he pretty much could say. And we're just trying to keep him awake.
During Tuesday's trial, the prosecution did all of the talking. The defense did not present an opening statement, cross-examine any state witnesses, call any witnesses, or present a closing argument. Santos did not testify, but 10 others took the stand, including Bay County Sheriff's investigators and those who assisted Santos right after the shooting. Several witnesses were asked to identify the man Santos named as the gunman.
Do you see the person that he identified in that photograph in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
Can you identify him, point to him, and describe what he's wearing?
It's the defendant sitting over here with the blue coat and the khaki colored pants on.